What is up, guys? This is Tristan, aka Young Pressure. Today I'm going over my journey, how I started from $0. And basically, you can incorporate some of these lessons that I've learned, part of my journey, so they can help propel your business. So if you got a couple of minutes, this could totally help you out. And it's a very, very interesting way to start. But you can hit that subscribe button as I'm posting weekly. I'm posting daily. I don't sell a course. I don't sell anything like this. I'm just trying to give free value because I believe the more you give, the more you're able to take. Okay, so my journey, guys. So I played 4 years of college baseball, and this was during the COVID times. So I had a lot of off time. My junior year, COVID hits, and I didn't know what I was particularly doing. I'm just kind of set on going professional for baseball, and I really, really wanted to do that. I worked my ass off on it. Seriously, worked extremely hard every single day. Pivot into senior year, our weekends just kept getting canceled because of COVID or weather or something. So we really played probably 4 weekends, 5 weekends maybe, and I came to the realization where it wasn't going to happen, and I needed to recognize how I was going to generate money and generate, some type of income. So I decided to go on YouTube and search up, startup businesses with low cost. So I figured out lawn care, mowing. I thought, you can make $70,000 and you get a couple of yards. I was kind of dumbified from the instance of it where I was like, you know what, this is a pretty good idea. I really wanted to start a business. I got a finance degree, and I didn't want to do the 9 to 5 because I knew from the external sources where people become zombified from it. I've noticed it. I recognized it. And that was one of the best things that I did recognize is how zombified people become. And the conversations that just basically, they twist. So I didn't want to become part of that. I started to do a lawn care business, and I had $400 to my name, so I decided to go all in on a lawnmower. The next step that I did, my brilliant self, I actually printed out probably 10 sheets. I just said, my name's Tristan. I live in the cul-de-sac, and I would like to know if you would let me mow your yard for free. And you could just support my newest business endeavor until I get back home, yada, yada, yada. So I actually had one guy reach back out. He called me up, and I was so excited. There's a video, hopefully I can attach it, where just my expression was just like, wow, I got a customer off this stuff. Mm-hmm. And I actually went over there, and I was just talking to him about the new endeavor and the new business that I wanted to start, and this is what I was doing, and I was set on it. He was like, dude, this is awesome. He actually gave me like $60, and I reinvested every single penny back into my business. I reinvested back into a blower, a weed eater, a edger, and a trifold ramp. I kept doing this, and I actually started to get a little bit of a following of where I was at the moment. So I was able to generate some type of money to reinvest back into very, very cheap equipment. Go back home, started to get jobs, and I actually was starting to land a lot of jobs just by door hangers and by posting on Facebook and by a multitude of things. I eventually got to 30 accounts, 35 accounts I was doing on a weekly basis. Pretty fast. It was like about 2 months in. Then people start to, I didn't even recognize the landscaping portion of it. I didn't recognize the gutter cleaning portion. I didn't recognize the pressure washing portion of it. People started to ask me, hey, do you do this? And I was like, well, I guess I can. And I'll get to this in a second about being a jack of all trades. But I decided to do this. And I was like, dude, this exterior cleaning stuff is really awesome. But I kept doing these landscape projects, and I kept getting bigger projects. I kept reinvesting back into my business. And I kept doing that. I think I saw something from Mr. Beast that said he reinvested every cent of AdSense that he got back into videos. And I just basically counterparted that with my business and reinvested everything back into the business. Literally everything. So fast forward into the winter of 2022, I get COVID. COVID completely changed me, man. And I decided to, you know what? I don't want to be a jack of all trades. I don't want to do the landscaping stuff. I didn't want to be the lawn care. I was beating my body up. And mind you, I'm in really good shape, but it was just like, I can't foresee me to do this for an elongated time without my body absolutely deteriorating. It was a lot of strenuous work, and don't mind, like it was good money, but it was just very, very strenuous on my body. And I tried to find a more efficient way. Now, if you put the systems in place, it can be extremely profitable, dude. And if you have the knowledge for it, it is an insane business model, which I didn't know how to put the systems in place. So I just decided to do this. So I decided to buy all the parts for the trailer. I spent a month learning on how to actually build the trailer, and I built it. I was FaceTiming a guy for like 8 hours a day. It was a buddy that I learned, and I got this from a mutual friend. He's killing it out in North Carolina, and I built it. It was some of the most deep thinking processes that I've ever. I'm not a very mechanical guy. I really am not. I'm a very I was very good at tests. I was very good at like math and reading, but I wasn't good at mechanizing like actual physical labor stuff within like tools and stuff. So it took me a month to actually learn all this stuff. So I built it. I remember getting my first job and utilizing the package deal system, and it started to actually work. And the first month actually kind of sucked, but then it started to actually work, and I was like, this is pretty cool. And I basically kept doing it and started to accumulate more reviews and actually started to get more official within it. I then, fast forward to 2023, I got another trailer. I actually bought it, and then I actually mechanized a little bit more stuff on it to fulfill my needs. So basically, point being, I reinvested basically a shit ton of money back into the business, and it allowed it to grow a lot faster. Learning from people, paying for people to actually teach me how to do stuff, paying for equipment to make the jobs go faster, paying for marketing the stuff to get consistent lead flow. I just kept reinvesting back into the business, and I think that was the best thing that I've done thus far, is to just not utilize money and get the money and soak it in and use it as an emotional tool, but use it as a transactional tool to actually propel a business forward, so that that there's a deferred gratification process of that there is going to be actually more money in doing stuff like this. It's easy to make a quick buck off of it, but it's hard to use that money and actually pivot it into the business back into itself. So that was something that I actually did. It's been a 2-year journey, and the best thing that I've done is basically reinvest damn near everything back into the business and keep going, keep learning, and it's a absolutely relentless pursuit. So guys, and one thing, because I knew I was going to touch up on it, but I didn't want to be a jack of all trades. I didn't want to be a landscaper, a lawn care, a pressure washing. I had a very thorough conversation with one of my loyal clients, and she was like, so what do you actually do? And I was like, well, I don't even know. And I decided to change the business name. I decided to just hone in on a couple of services so that I knew that I was really, really good at them. I knew that I was really, really efficient at it, and then it could be perceived as more of an expertise, more so than a handyman, because I didn't want to be a handyman. I didn't want to be a jack of all trades. I wanted to really hone in on a couple of services and be an expert on that. By doing that, that was a really, really, really good decision. But guys, just kind of recap: college baseball, COVID, figured out a low startup business, went all in, reinvested a shit ton, and it's propelled me to 2 trailers, 5 machines, 2 trucks, and that's within 2 years. So it's very, very doable. This is my journey. This is how I did it. It's a little bit unorthodox, but it's very, very doable, guys. If you got any type of value out of this, hit that subscribe button. Posting weekly. Don't sell a course. Guys, I love each and every single one of y'all. Keep going. Much love.